because we never suspected something like that from him when he said he was a pastor and all stuff of that.
A joint FBI operation stretched from Michigan to Texas to Florida and then right in the heart of North Carolina. One of two self-professed religious leaders has been taken into custody in Durham after being accused of forced labor and a money laundering scheme.
Chief Legal Analyst Conley Frodes is joining us. Reading the indictment is shocking just because of all these things that these armor bearers were supposed to do, working long hours, coerced into this. Does it matter if you call yourself an apostle or not when it comes to forcing people to do acts that are against their will?
Absolutely not. And let's be clear, this is a manipulation of the gospel, a manipulation of anything connected to the church. As a believer, I've heard people throw these terms around, but this right here is definitely something that if you look at the indictment, this is confusing to say the least. I mean, typically in the church setting, a pastor will preach and they will maybe, if you're an itinerant pastor, you're going from church to church, meaning you don't have a home church where you preach at, you go to other folks' churches and they're visiting. But you'll have someone with you, and that's that term armor bearer, that person that's protecting you, oftentimes carrying your Bible. And it often is a voluntary position, you know. Some of those mega pastors, they have folks in their own staff and salary, I get it, but for the most part, with the local churches, these are going to be people that are volunteering. But what they're talking about in this indictment far exceeds what you would assume what an armor bearer would do. So I am not sure what's happening in Michigan and in Florida. I mean, but you're talking about call centers. You're talking about having folks work for 20, hours sometimes, setting quotas that they must hit on a daily basis. And if you don't, we'll cut down on the food that you're receiving. But this individual right here that you're seeing, David Taylor, he's not new to this. Folks may not remember, but he had a viral clip before viral was a thing back in 2014 where he had this deposition talking about these very same things. So I would suspect that it was during that time that those types of comments that he made during the deposition that where his attorney clearly dropped the ball was a situation that led to this, because they were asking him questions about work hours, about pay, about who was on your staff, about property, about who paid for it. Is it the church's? Is it yours? The same questions from that deposition in 2014, they're basically laid out in this right here. And Julian, I see you smirking, because if anyone's ever seen that deposition, it is pure comedy at its best. At first, I thought it was a skit. And then I actually realized, no, this is a real deposition. I would imagine that's where these charges stem from, that anyone else that was in law enforcement saw that and was like, okay, this guy can't be serious. Let's go and investigate what he's talking about. And then you start to unroll and unravel the things like forced labor, like $50 million, like multiple people at call centers in multiple states, crossing state lines, having individuals there. Yeah, all that seems problematic.
And some, Julian, to expand on what you said, some of that behavior with the armor bearers, as they're called, as you mentioned even, Khalif, the punishments, sleep deprivation, you mentioned some of the food restrictions, psychological abuse, threats of divine judgment for not meeting donation quotas. So how does some of these things help the prosecution tie up a nice bow to turn to this kind of behavior?
Well, I think individuals like him that deal in fraud, that are charlatans, I guess is the best way to describe it, that are attempting to use and manipulate the word of God for financial benefit and gain. They do have places for individuals like that, and typically it's a jail cell. When you're taking donations that are supposedly going to a church and you're using them to buy Rolls Royces, when you're using them to buy, mansions in multiple states, then you're not using them to help and feed the hungry. Those are the types of things where now, because your church is a nonprofit, because you're getting these tax-free benefits of being a nonprofit, you've opened up the door for tons of problems there. But then you add on top of it this slave labor that you're doing. I mean, I'm not even calling it forced labor. I mean, these folks were not being paid. They were saying, listen, the one thing says, if you don't make $164,000 today, per day, then there will be problems and there will be repercussions. That is nothing short of slavery. I mean, that is what he was doing with his folks that were working for him, but to use the terms that are connected with anything regarding church, this was more RICO. This was criminal enterprise. This was a mafia-style endeavor where you're having these people that that I can get benefit from some type of financial gain, and then I don't have to pay them, which now increases my financial gain because I have less going out. That's normally what would be categorized as 18 USC 1594 criminal forced labor.
I smirk. It's not a laughing matter, but I mean, if you do watch that deposition, I encourage you to do so to get a better image of who he says he is. It's not our words; it's what he said he is. Also, should note, he took women and ensured that they were taking Plan B emergency contraceptives after visits with him. You can fill in the blanks right there as to what was happening. Khalif, it's going to be an interesting one for sure. And as you mentioned, when the feds get you, almost a 99%.
I know we got to wrap. I'll say this last
Yeah.
thing. The other thing that we've seen is before, Jason, you asked that question. Similar to the cult things that were happening in Utah years ago,
Yes.
when they were grabbing folks from there, when he was forcing the women to get on public assistance, to food stamps and things like that, and then making them give him the cards, that's what he was doing here as well. So there are a number of allegations that are sickening and disturbing, and by all means, I'm glad that this individual is now out of doing this for now.
Queen City News.
All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the first episode of Tax the Church with Richard Holmes. And this channel, little disclaimer, this is not a Christian channel. This channel, we are going to look at the criminal acts committed behind the church when nobody else wants to, or when everybody else wants to sit back and say, hey, let's just go ahead and pray for these people, okay? I don't go to church. I'm not Christian. I don't practice. I'm not trying to get into heaven or out of hell or any kind of thing like that. This is about righting the wrongs and fixing the holes in the 501c3. And the clip we just saw is of a cult leader named David Taylor, who was just raided by the FBI. They found gold. They found cash, cars. I mean, their case literally has RICO written all over it. And what I have here in front of me is what we're going to start with today. This is your, start with the 501c3, okay? Because that's what the church is all about. Okay, the church is all about the 501c3, getting their free money, tax-free, right? However, hey, what up, Charles B? What up, what up, what up? Good to see you, brother. Now, charitable contributions, substantiation, and disclosure requirements. When you're a 501c3, there are requirements for donations and what you have to report, okay? It's a law. You have to report the money by law. If we stop filing taxes, we get audited. The IRS comes and takes our houses, all that good stuff, okay? So keep that in mind when we're talking about these churches and what they do, all right? We're not going to look at it's a lot of the smaller churches that are doing the right thing. It's a lot of these bigger churches that are out there making complete shitheads of themselves, okay? So, this is the form that the IRS is tax exempt and government entities, okay? Charitable contributions, substantiation, disclosure requirements. So, when they're given money, the 501c3, if you're a church, whatever, you have to report the money. You can't just say, oh, we got the money, we don't have to report it now. No, it doesn't work like that. There is rules, record-keeping rules. Contemporaneous written acknowledgement, services and unreimbursed expenses, written disclosure statements, requirement, exception, penalties, and further information. Oh, look, a whole eight pages. So it's pretty vague, okay? Are you an organization that receives contributions of $250 or more? An organization that provides goods or services to donors who make contributions of more than $75? Or are you a donor who makes contributions to a charity? Charitable contributions, substantiation, disclosure requirements, publication 1771 provides a general explanation of the federal income tax law for organizations such as charities and churches that receive federal income tax deductible charitable contributions and for donors who make the contributions. So it's telling us right here, hey, this is what this is about. It's laying us out. This is the publication. This is what it's going to provide us. It's a general explanation. This is how a nonprofit should keep records for their 501c3, i.e. a church. Hey, Javi MMI, what up, what up?
Bingo.
I saw Chris. The IRS imposes record-keeping and substantiation rules on donors making charitable contributions and disclosure rules on charitable organizations that receive certain quid pro quo contributions from donors. You do something for me, I do something for you. Okay, quid pro quo. That's what that means. Donors must have a record of the contribution or a timely written communication for any monetary contribution before donors can claim a charitable deduction on their federal income tax. So they have to have a receipt and a time when it was given. Okay. Time and date. Record. Timely written communication for any monetary contribution before you can claim their deduction. So if you're giving to a church, let's break this down. If you're giving to a church here, right? You have to, says donors must have a record of the contribution. Okay. They're saying you must have this in order to reclaim it on your federal income tax. Because if you give the churches, you're allowed to write a certain portion off during tax time. Okay. I don't know how much it is, but it's not a lot. Donors are responsible for obtaining contemporaneous written acknowledgement from a charitable organization for any single monetary contribution or non-cash contribution valued at $250 or more before donors can claim charitable deduction on their federal income taxes. Charitable. Okay, let's see here. Donors responsible for a charitable organization about 250 more. Okay, so anything over 250 is when you can claim it. I think that's what that says. Valued at 250 or more before donors can claim charitable deduction. Yeah. Okay, so anything over 250, you can claim charitable deduction. The organizations are required to provide a written disclosure statement in quid pro quo charitable contributions where donors receive goods or services in exchange for a single payment in excess of $75. Okay. So goods or services. Hey, T-Lo, what up, what up, what up? Hit that like, hit that subscribe, share it, put it out there in the world, man. We're starting with the 501c3 charitable contributions and what donors and charitable organizations are required. Like they got all this 526, Department of Value donated property. I mean, there's determining the value of donated property. There's all kinds of stuff. Vehicle donation, non-cash charitable contributions, i.e. gold that was found in David's cult. Monetary contribution requirement. Donor cannot claim a federal income tax deduction for any monetary contribution unless the donor maintains a record of the contribution or a timely written communication from the charitable organization showing the name of the organization, the date of the contribution, and the amount of the contribution. So what are they telling us here? Hey, keep records. You really should keep records of how much you're donating. That way, when you do your taxes at the end of the year, we can give you a write-off on it and you'll get money back. Oh, dude, it needs modern reform. Big time, brother. Big time, man. Big time. Big time. We're going to look at a lot. Dude, we're going to go deep in on the Mormon Church. FLDS. Stand by. You want the seed button? Hold up. I'll give you a seed button. Hang on. Channel's not monetized, man. Yeah, and that's what we're going to talk about with this channel, man. We're going to look at all kinds of different churches, man. And we're going to look at the ones that are committing crimes, people that are possibly donating to war efforts, i.e. Daystar. Right there. There's your seed button. You want to support the channel right there. That's the way to do it, man. Yep. But you can still support. That still works, man. Just because the channel ain't monetized. Hey, what's up, brother Matt? Pastor Matt in the house. How you doing? Good to see you. We're looking about record keeping rules for the 501c3, bro. Starting ground level, man. Ground level. Yep. Mm-hmm. Seeds are better when YouTube doesn't take 30%. Mm-hmm. Yep. Without a doubt. And Barley in the right corner says, yeah. Yeah, bro. Okay. A monetary contribution includes cash, check, a transfer of a gift card redeemable for a cash payment, credit card, electronic funds transfer, online payment service, payroll deduction, including crypto. Okay. Crypto. Record of the contribution includes a bank record statement from a financial institution, anything. Any type of receipt that has a time stamp, anything that will prove that you gave this money to a church to back up what you've given. That is what this is saying. Please hit that like and subscribe if you're dropping in. This is a live stream. We're talking about should churches pay taxes? The 501c3 debate, man. And what we're looking over right now is the charitable contribution, substantiated and disclosure requirements of what churches are required to do and how donors can get their money back. But churches aren't very good at keeping records. When they're getting cash donations, guess what? Right in the pocket. Bam, they don't report it. Oh, cash donation. Oh, just put that in my pocket right here. Go ahead, skim a little off the top there. Okay. Record of contribution, bank record, statement from a financial institution, electronic fund transfer receipt, canceled check, scanned image of both sides of a canceled check obtained from a bank website, or a credit card statement. Written communication includes a receipt, letter, and an email. Okay, written, so it needs to include a receipt, a letter, and an email. So it has to include those three things. It's not just saying one thing, an email and a letter. No, where the hell's the receipt? Okay. Timely written communication from the charitable organization is one that the donor receives from the organization on or before the earlier of the date the donor files the donor's original federal income tax return for the taxable year in which the contribution was made, or the due date, including extensions for filing a donor's original return that year. Anybody just tuning in, please hit that like, subscribe. My name is Rich Holmes. This is a live channel. If you want to call in, by all means, call in. There's a number at the bottom of the screen. You want to talk? Let's talk. I'm not scared to bring people on the show and talk to people. Hey, Miranda Cheyenne, what are you doing?
Your opinion is a lie.
After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Yeah, I know it's called yet, but no, it's going to be open. Okay, here we go. Communication from the charitable is one the donor receives on or before. Okay, so I know Thomas would be a good caller, right? Tilo would be a good caller. Payroll deductions. For monetary contributions made by payroll, payroll deduction, the donor must use a pledge card prepared by or at the direction of the charitable organization along with one of the following documents. Oh, I don't think they were very good at sending receipts, Kevin. Yeah. You know what? How about I just call Thomas? Let's do that. Let's just call him. I think Thomas would make a wonderful caller. I think he would. I think we should just call him, huh, Miranda? I think we should just call him. That is my brother from another mother.
What up? What up?
What up? So we're talking tax the church, Thomas. Yes
Do
or
it.
yes or no? Do it.
Do it.
How do you think it should be done?
Hands down. You know what? If they make a X amount of money, you need to pay up. If you're broke as hell,
Yeah.
you don't need to pay up.
Okay. It should be based
Yeah,
on
that's
how
my-
much they're bringing in.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're Joel Osteen, you're paying 58%.
Okay. So the higher the revenue, the higher you pay. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. And do you think it's like once it starts hitting a separate tax bracket, like the higher they pay, like the more money they make, the more
Absolutely.
they pay? Oh, okay. All right.
If it's a small congregation of 30 people, you don't have to pay.
Okay. Like if you're
But if the 30 people are rich Beverly Hills mofos,
yeah.
you need to pay up.
Okay. I'm with that. I could go with that.
Yeah.
So not necessarily a cap, but hey, if you make more money, you're gonna pay more money type deal, like everybody else
Exactly.
does. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay.
And there should be an auditor in every church that is probably an atheist, so they can be honest with that church.
Man, that's a good idea too, man. Man, that's a good idea, right? Having somebody from outside the church audit the taxes. Somebody completely free.
And their bank their payroll is actually from the government,
Okay.
not from the church.
Okay. Somebody that's
Yeah.
off the books completely from the government. Okay. Or from the church.
Yep.
Checks and balances. Cat Mom says, yeah, checks and balances. Absolutely. Big time checks and balances.
Yep.
And I think harsher punishment too. I think there should be harsher punishment for these crimes within the church, because with these financial crimes, me and Tilo have talked about it, comes like the spiritual abuse behind it.
I mean, look at Crick, for example.
Yeah.
Enough said.
Yeah. I guarantee.
How much money did she make in 1 year?
Like 4+, dude. 4 mil plus.
And where did it go?
We don't know. Yeah, tougher fines. Yeah. Yeah, B. Tougher fines. Absolutely. Deterrence, right? Because we seem to have pretty weak deterrence. Like people are look at Robert Morris. He got 6 months because he crossed some BS state line. We're going to talk about that guy too.
Yeah.
Robert Morris got off on 6 months for abuse. Because of some imaginary line he crossed.
And Cat Mom says you need to pay up. Yep, exactly.
Yeah, you do. Everybody should pay up. It's you guys. We're going into 2026. Like, this isn't enough of this. Let's see. When did the 501c3 start?
Yeah, I'm not sure. That's a quick Google search, my friend.
That's where I'm going right now. 69.
1969.
Well, the churches were added in 54.
Okay.
501c3 status for charitable organization in the U.S. was established in 69 by the Tax Reform Act. Prior to that, churches were only added to Section 501c3 in the code in 54.
And they didn't think to kind of resort that out.
Yeah, I think it needs to be done. It's not 1969 anymore. It's 2026.
Yeah, bigger crimes, bigger money.
Yeah, I think stricter bookkeeping needs, like, if they're going to be taking in money. No, the 501c3 guidelines were never revamped. No, that's the problem with them. If if they're going to be taking cash off the public, then we should be able to walk in and go to their bank anytime and be like, hey, without giving us the account number, how much money is in this bank account? This is a church that I've been donating money to.
I mean, the church I used to go to laid out all the things that the money went to.
And that's good.
And like it was on the list.
And that's what
even though it was kind of cultish.
Yeah. Even though it was on the list, at least
they did that right, I think.
They were trying to stay legit. They're like, hey, we're still kind of culty, but we're going to go ahead and look legit on paperwork here, everybody, okay?
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. We'll take care of this.
Right.
And it's even telling us.
Hey, I got to give credit where it's due.
Yeah. Yeah, we do. We have to pay taxes. That's the thing. It's 2026, people. We're going into 2026, and these people are getting away with this. Non-cash contributions, taking properties, things like that, not reporting them. I mean, it's just anything that's over 250, you have to claim it.
Right.
Anything. And it's telling us if you're a donor, but most churches don't, AMF. Most churches won't provide monthly statements. A lot of these big, like Joel Osteen, we wouldn't be able to go into Joel Osteen's church and be like, hey, can we see your financial statements? Be like, fuck no.
Oh, they will say F off. You're not part of the team.
Yeah. They might have a monthly contribution report, right? Like a financial statement. But most of those prosperity picks,
I don't think they do, honestly.
I don't think some of them do either.
I don't think the big churches, mega churches, have a get together and be like, hey, this is X amount of money we're making.
Yeah. And to think to think of how much money's been coming into the church.
Billions.
What was it? It was 86 billion laundered. What was it? Embezzled. 86 billion embezzled.
There should be a breakdown of how many churches are behind that, like Mormon, Catholic.
Yeah, I think that would be cool, man. Like if they could really track that, like really track where it was at, right? Because that's a really vague number, right? International Bulletin of Mission Research. Hey, 86 billion in 2024. Okay, but what churches are we talking about? I know the Mormon Church is going to be a big part of this number right here.
Oh, there could probably be like 30% of that chunk.
Yeah, I'm thinking like they're going to be like the good 5 to 6% of that for sure. Mormon Church, Catholic, I'm sure they're in.
Mormon will be first. I think Catholic will be second.
FLDS probably in there somewhere third. Then you got, who else we got out there? It wouldn't surprise me. Joel Osteen's in on this number. Copeland, Duplantis, Paula White.
Yeah, all the prosperity.
Yeah, another guy we're going to talk about here too is this guy right here. Right here. This guy. Guillermo Maldonado. This guy's no good. This guy's pushing a lot of money for some even worse people.
How much is he pushing?
Oh, dude, he's pushing it for way more than we could ever think of. Like people.
Are we talking billions? Or are we talking millions?
People. I wouldn't say billions, but probably. Well, I mean, people he's doing business for, yeah. This Maldonado guy, he's tied in with Paula White. He's tied in with some nasty people, man. Maldonado.
The Demon Slayers?
No, this guy wouldn't come touch the Demon Slayers with a 10-foot pole. No, this guy's up there with Paula White, TD Jakes. This guy's he's a
prosperity guy.
Yeah, he's a Honduran. Yeah. This guy's a Honduran evangelist. Right here. King Jesus Ministry right here. That's the name of it. So him and his wife are both prophets. Okay. Just get that. They birthed the Miami King Jesus Ministry International. One of the nation's largest and fastest growing Hispanic churches are now sparring over an estate that court papers say could be worth over 120 million. So here's one of the things we talk about with the tax exemption. Why is a church fucking battling over a state that's worth 120 million fucking dollars when there's people starving on the street?
120 million.
That's for an estate.
And just for one church, right?
That's just for one estate. Yeah, that's just for one.
Oh, yeah.
One court paper for one estate. 120 million.
I mean, honestly, as well, you can also blame the donors and the people who go there too.
Yeah, and it is. It's up to the donors. It really is. It's up to the donors to really question where the money goes. It is.
Yeah.
It's not up to the church. It's up to the donors to say, hey, I'm about to give you $5,000. Where's that money going to go? Even says right here.
Who,
go ahead.
Who's that one pastor who closed the doors for the tithing?
That was,
do you know that? Matt, do you know that? It's Matt in the chat.
Yeah.
I'm asking the chat.
Yeah, someone's doing their annual taxes. U.S. Catholic Online Giving 2013. Okay, Jake just put something in here. Yeah, the median charitable donation on all types of give and donate online is $25. It is. Jake just sent me this really good piece of literature over about the Catholic Church, because we know how people like the Catholics here, right? This is research done by the Catholics, man. This is what the Catholics have done research in over the years to find out how much money's been given. 45% of working age Catholics are in a household that regularly gives to the weekly effort in the parish.
That's pretty ironic.
Yeah.
It's like a leopard judging a leopard contest. Don't make sense.
I know, right? Yeah. I'm not religious, so when I look at donations, I'm like, why don't people just keep their money and like save it for themselves? I mean, if the church is doing so good, what's that?
I know the Bible says give cheerfully, not your $5,000.
Yeah, not exploit, right?
Yeah.
Not exploit
Right.
your donors for their donations and their last dime, which is what the 501c3 has ultimately given the churches the right to do.
Yeah. And who put the 501 seed? Like, who put that in effect?
What's that, brother?
Who put the 501 seed in effect?
That's the U.S. government.
Yeah, it's time to have a letter written.
Yeah, and that's the only way it'll stop too, is if we write a letter. And look, Maldonado, he has a 2020 Mercedes, a Lexus, plus a Falcon 50 business jet registered in Florida under the church's name. Okay, so it's 4.5 to 6.5 million. Financial, Maldonado's asking the court to award the marital home, attorney's fees, and equitable distribution of their assets. I mean, and this guy just kind of popped up overnight, I think, Maldonado. I'll have to go back and look a little bit more, but dude's got just shit ton of money. 2020, 21 million of food. He's like, hey, I got a private jet, and we gave away $780,000, but mind the private jet, everybody. So,
Marvin Sapp, thank you, Inner Space.
What's that, bro?
Inner Space told who the pastor was when I was referring to.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's Marvin Sapp.
Yeah, they wanted like 10 grand in offering, and they closed the doors.
Oh, that one dude said, hey, if you don't give me the money, I'm closing the doors.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Some preacher, right?
Yeah. You
guys hey, Matt, would you do the same thing?
What about Lamore Whitehead? Y'all remember Lamore Whitehead, the guy that set up his own robbery? You guys remember that one?
Oh, my gosh.
That guy was an idiot. Set up his own robbery in New York, and now he's in jail for it. But we're going to look into Maldonado. We're going to look real deep into this guy right here, because there's something real bad going on with this guy.
Where is he located again?
He's in Florida, but he's from Honduras, dude. And here's the thing. He's tied in like real politically with Florida governors and stuff. Like when Maldonado shows up, Ron DeSantis shows up to basically shave his testicles. Yeah. Yeah. Maldonado's got a lot of influence, man. This guy's got a lot of influence.
What domination is he claiming? Do you know?
He's like part of the deliverance ministries, like Catherine Crick, the 5F movement, but like, I don't know, more kind of. Let's take a peek here.
Y hoy le voy a hablar de la renovación de nuestra mente, el renovarla. Entonces yo quiero que vea primero las razones que estoy trayendo esta enseñanza.
I'm sorry, this guy creeps me out just watching him. This is a guy you wouldn't want to let around your kids. Feel me? Okay. Don't let this guy around your kids.
This is the guy I don't want him near my wallet either.
Yeah, you don't want this guy near your wallet, your family, your house, your kids, your dog. You don't want this guy near anybody. This guy, like, look at him. For real, like when you look at some of these people, and if you just watch them enough, dude, the evil comes out in their eyes.
I think the eyes and the hairdo gives it away.
Yeah, the eyes, the perfect suit, him trying to be Mr. Perfect, like it's a bust. It blowing his cover.
I mean, like look at the bounce of the hair, man.
Yeah. Remember Robert Morris too?
Yep, same bounce.
Yeah, Robert Morris was kind of the same way, man. When you watched Robert Morris, oh man, his hair was like all Mr. Perfect. It's like, I'm done. Dude only got 6 months in jail too. Look at this.
It's only 6 months. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Morris, now a convicted sex offender sitting in the Osage County Jail. But he wanted to stay there long. 2 News Oklahoma's Samson Tamajani was inside the courtroom when Morris took a plea deal, what that deal is, and what the woman he molested as a child had to say.
Hey, but this guy still gets to keep his YouTube channel up, right? His Gateway Church channel, even though he's been convicted of crimes against children, right? It's all cool, right? Like they can keep they can keep all that stuff.
A pedophile pretending to be a preacher is what child.
Seriously. 6 months? That's the going rate. That's the going rate, everybody, for committing those types of crimes
Jewish
in America.
prophetess Sylvia Sanford.
I've heard of her, dude.
I never heard that one.
I have. I think I've heard of her. SYL Sylvia Sanford. Here it is, Sylvia Sanford Ministries. Yeah, see these ones are pretty scary, bro. Once you start getting in these Hispanic like culty churches, dude, they get really creeped out.
I seen this one.
Yeah. It wouldn't even surprise me if Maldonado had ties back to La Luz del Mundo. Yeah, if this was you or me doing the stuff half of these guys do online, we'd be in prison for life. That's kind of something we're going to point out is a stark contrast is us to them, right? This isn't a conspiracy theory. This is real. This is real. Thomas, if we committed the kind of crimes that, say, David Taylor or Catherine Crick were doing, what would happen to us?
Oh, yeah, life.
Yeah, life. Our houses would
Maybe
be taken.
multiple life sentences.
Yeah. Multiple life sentences, like Tilo's saying. We get life sentence, we'd get our houses taken, we'd lose our fucking jobs.
Actually, that's a good lookup on a Google search. What will be the time spent on all the accounts that David E. Taylor and David Morris did?
Oh, Robert Morris? Oh, if we did that?
Yeah,
oh.
Robert Morris, yeah.
Oh, we'd be lifers, bro.
Yeah.
Life. You got a little bit of money.
6 months is mind-boggling.
Mm-hmm. Tilo for president.
Thomas for president?
Yep.
Only if you're a VP, man.
Yeah, Matt could be the sec def.
Yep.
Matt will be calling all the 4 shots. So Thomas says tax them, and the more they make, the more they should take, just like us. And I agree with that. I think that's fair. I don't think that's being irrational in any way, shape, or form, especially when these kind of numbers are being embezzled by the churches. That's in 2024. I'm sure since the price of gold has went up a little bit, that number's probably went up quite a bit too. Because let's see.
Oh yeah, isn't it like $3,000 a gram?
No, dude, it's $4,000 an ounce, bro.
Oh crap!
Yeah, let's take a look here. Oh, it's 4,100. Holy shit. Okay, so let's figure this, right? So David Taylor, right? He was sitting on just around 200 ounces of gold, right? Let's see.
It should be $500 million.
200 at 41.59. Okay, so we'll do 200 times 41.59. He was just sitting on under just $1 million worth of gold. $831,000. That's according to the gold prices right now. $831,000 unchecked. We're going to talk about that later on too, about David smuggling that gold in, because I found out from a source that those gold bars were smuggled in. I don't know how or which way, but what I did find out is that they were trickled in like water. They weren't all brought in at one time and just dumped. So David brought those gold bars in illegally, unchecked, untaxed, and hid them from the government. May not seem like a lot to you, but it is to me. And for the crimes they're committing, they're going to have some questions. Guaranteed. There's going to be some questions about this. So yeah, like Thomas said, hey, the donor, it really is up to the donor this day and age, okay, to check where your money's going out of your wallet. It really is. It's not going to be up to me. It's not going to be up to Thomas, Matt Moore, Interspace, Kevin G.
I mean, you can blame most of the blame of the donors too.
Yeah. Blame the donors because they're not stopping and thinking where their money's going. When I'm about to spend my money, I'm like thinking, okay, is this a good purchase for my wallet? Is this good for my bank account? right? Am I going to miss out on a meal this week because I'm buying this instead of my food? And it seems like Christians in general, I'm not saying you guys, but I know for sure there's a good percentage of mental illness that's wrapped up in Christianity, and those are the ones that are just blindly giving
Oh,
their
yeah.
money.
I mean, also people like to idolize their preachers instead of, loving the Bible more.
Yep. Would rather see them have a nice house than preach the Bible
You
type
know?
deal. Yeah.
Well, not only that, they believe their words are true instead of going to the source.
Yeah. They'd rather believe the preacher first before like listening to the
Yeah.
Bible. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I know there's one preacher in mind that comes to mind. His name is Jeff Durbin.
Uh-huh.
He says you better fact check me, and if I'm wrong, you have permission to rebuke me.
Yeah.
That's like one of the best lines I ever heard from a preacher say.
Yeah.
And it's true.
Yeah. Preachers shouldn't be scared to stand there and take questioning from his parishioners. We're going to talk about a lot of things that we see in the church. I'm not Christian, but there's Christians here that know and
right
what's right and wrong. I'm looking at it from a completely common sense point of view, a completely non-religious standpoint, a non-Christian standpoint, non-Christian point of view. I'm looking at this from a tax law point of view. What are they doing behind this tax law that's illegal?
And that's the question to be asking.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Thomas says tax the church. I believe it. I think we should. That's my one and only stance on this. They need to be taxed. They have to. They have to.
Yeah.
Private jets. I mean, really?
Well, multiple jets.
Yeah. Interspace alchemists never question a man of God's authority. Yeah, somebody tells me that, I'm going to start questioning them right away. Sorry.
100%.
Yeah, somebody's telling you not to ask questions. You should probably start asking questions, man. So
Yeah, that's a early signs of a cult.
Yeah, it's a red flag. Hey, don't worry about that. Just go ahead and turn your head, look the other way. Don't worry about that. You don't need to ask questions.
I mean, look what Crick recently said.
What?
Did she say something along the lines like, "Hey, y'all should listen to me. I know more than the Bible than you."
Oh, did she really? That wouldn't surprise me.
I think so.
Yeah. It would have surprised me if she said that because Luna Crick Tick. Yeah. Luna Crick. Yeah. That woman's certifiably insane. Oh, and I still do have the vacation cost video, and I will be uploading that again.
Speaking of Crick, where's John Tall?
The Gimp?
Yep.
I think Catherine found herself a new lover, maybe, and Broom the Gimp kicked her to the curb. Maybe John Tall.
Because I haven't seen her doing worship. She usually leads worship, right?
Yeah. Maybe John Tall got sick of her.
Maybe she woke up.
I could see that. That'd be kind of cool,
Hopefully.
man.
Yeah.
Okay, so
hey.
let's see here. It says in the world, Christian globally, the U.S. $945 billion was lost to fraud and embezzlement. All funds grew in.
Okay, my question is, how do they know about the embezzlement?
They track it. They'll track it. It says it's possible that 2023 approximately 62 billion or 6.6% of all funds given by Christians globally, $945 billion. So globally, 62 billion was lost out of the 945.
And that's in one single year?
That's in one single year in 2023. That's globally.
Jeez.
This is unrelatedly US 7 billion more than the total income. So yeah, it's when this money goes, it goes out into the world. I'm pretty convinced that some of this funds like illegal organizations, all kinds of creepy crimes and shit that we don't want to talk about. Terrorist units, things like that, kidnapping, extortion, arms dealing. Some of these guys are real scumbags, man. Let's see.
Yeah.
One I can point out that we're going to also discuss on here is Daystar. Daystar.
Yeah. We're so grateful to be able to share with.
Oh, look, Perry Stone. Perry Stone. Look at that. Ugh.
Yeah.
All right. This is something else I wanted to point out about why the tax law needs to change. Okay. So Joni Lamb from Daystar, okay, is literally selling a vitamin supplement kit for $200 that you could go to CVS and buy for $25. And she's calling it the whole armor of God kit, immunity kit, okay? Hey.
Can you click that real quick? Yeah, I want to see that.
Yeah. Yeah. Look.
So magnesium. Okay.
Yeah. Apple pectin.
Okay, emergency. Apple cider. Yeah, I can take a vitamin under $30 for all of those.
Yeah, I could go get one bottle of pills for like $10 and get all of those. She's selling it for $200. $200. Look, it's called the whole armor of immunity kit.
For some for 30 to 100, 120 capsules.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense for me.
Hey, ladies, you going into menopause? Guess what? Well, Daystar also sells menopause cream.
Right. Okay.
I know, we should each have our own line of vitamins and start slanging them for like double the price.
Jeez.
She didn't put...
Scroll down real quick.
Yeah. This is the body cream.
Firmly planted beanie. All right.
Look, there's like Pro Men prostate cream, outliving your ovaries, restful night cream. Yeah, Daystar from Shop Daystar right there. There it is from Shop Daystar. It's in her shop. So yeah, don't be getting fooled by shit like this out there too, where they're trying to ridiculous. I take vitamin D3. I can go get a bottle of that for like $6. Last me for like 6 months too. $200. Talk about a racket.
Oh my gosh.
Hey Tilo, would you like the whole armor of immunity kit variant? Would you like that, please?
Man.
It'll increase your anointing. Hey, the creams I sell will really increase your anointing. Okay. Hey, anybody need some?
Does it show the potency of the vitamin D3?
Yeah, it's probably like 50 micrograms, dude, because I take it. I take 50. I take vitamin D3 daily. I take 50. So yeah, these are probably like 50 micrograms each.
Which is like over the counter, very cheap.
It is. It's yeah, I get it from the VA, and sometimes I'll buy it myself if I'm out. And it is. You could get a whole bottle of this for like $6, man. Johnny's all, well, when you get it the whole armor of immunity kit, it's like $50 for my bottle of D3. Okay. Take the whole armor. What's that, brother?
I wonder how many sales she's doing.
I don't know, dude. I hope.
Yeah, Matt says it will increase the anointing if you buy this.
Hey, look, here's
it probably will.
Here's Doormat Doug. Who else did she bring on lately? Let's see. She brought on Doormat Doug. David and Cindy Murdoch. Oh, these guys. Oh, I can't.
Oh, you get by subscribing.
What up?
Go back to the vitamins.
Oh, okay. I want to see what,
because it says 10% by subscribing.
Oh, so you save 10% by subscribing. Okay, hey, everybody, if you subscribe, guess what? You get 10% off. Okay.
Sounds like a good deal to me, man.
See, look at how fucking clickbaity these guys are. Oh, Charlie Kirk. We go ahead and pick up some clicks off of him. I'm trying to see who.
Does Catherine have a storefront?
What's up, brother?
Does Catherine have a storefront?
Oh my God. Look, they brought Todd White on. Catherine, no, she doesn't have a storefront. She just has her website full of shitty books.
Yeah. Toilet paper.
They brought Todd White on. Todd Fraud White. Aaron Burke.
See the leg out.
Oh, there's Catherine when they brought her on. John Ramirez, Larry Hutch, Joseph Z. Richard Roberts. Oh my God. Oh, this is when all this stuff started with Daystar 8 months ago. How much they merchandise the church. It is, and that's the thing. It's like it's all about merchandising your church. Who has the most followers? Who has the most sermons? Who can draw the biggest crowd? I mean, look.
Sounds like a competition.
It does, right, bro? It sounds like a competition. Like, oh, my church is bigger than yours. My church will beat up your church. My God will beat up your God. My God will beat up your God. Probably can't say that because people get so upset about it.
We're so grateful to be able to.
There's Perry Stone. This guy's probably not even Jewish. I don't think he is, actually. But, well, shoot, Doug, I'll let you get going.
All right, bro. Nice talking.
You too, brother. Brandon.
Good night, chat.
All right. See you, bro. Thanks for talking.
Yep, for sure.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Thank you, Thomas Lopez. Thank you for being our first caller. Much obliged. Much obliged, Thomas. Let's see what Perry Stone's saying.
Which were established by God himself, and they're called the 7 festivals or 7 appointed times of Israel. And so when we look at these carefully,
This guy's a creeper too right here, Perry Stone. These guys are all in it to win it, man. Joni Lamb, Daystar. Let's see if we can get.
You know, I just and that's a one-time gift. Shout out to you, Nanette. And then we have Brenda from Oklahoma. She's doing a month.
Well, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I've got Lancelot from Co-Wicklow in.
Look, hey, look at this. David's call center. Look at this. Look at this. It's just a racket with these guys, man. It's all about the call centers, making calls, making video, making moves and stuff, oh man. From religion to racket, the cost of Christianity, man. It's absolutely ridiculous what the churches are embezzling. We're going to talk more about this at a later time. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this stream up. I appreciate everybody being here. They do AMF, but a lot of them don't. That's the thing. Like, okay, so say, like Daystar, right? Yeah, that's on a website, and she is paying for that, and she is getting tax on it. But
we're so grateful to be able to share with you.
For a church, I mean, to inflate this price of these vitamins, a church shouldn't be doing this. Like this is business model stuff right here, selling vitamins. Like people can go to a pharmacy for that. And that's right, they do. They have to report the income from these sales, but some don't. Like for example, David with his book sales, he wasn't reporting those book sales. He was just keeping the money. There's a lot of way these people fly under the radar with this type of bullshit, man, and it's shady as shit. Like this selling fucking vitamins? I don't buy it. I don't buy it one bit. Hey, you can also get menopause cream. Hey, guys. Hey, also, you need prostate cream? Hey, guess what? Just get ProMed prostate cream from Daystar. Okay, you don't even need to go to the doctor. Just get your ProMed prostate cream. Little on the balls and you're good to go. Yeah, churches shouldn't be selling this kind of stuff. Not on websites like this, no way. They want to sell their CDs and their merch and shit. Like, that's cool. Like, that's still business model stuff. Like that. But when you start crossing over the lines of like selling menopause cream and the vitamins, yeah. It really is. This is just predatory. Like selling these vitamins for the price at $200. Yeah. Joni Lamb thinks it's cool though. Jody Lamb thinks it's real cool. But yeah, all churches by law, they're supposed to report every dime they earn, just like we do. But a lot of them don't. A lot of them don't. Right here, like it even tells you, hey, how to write a contemporaneous acknowledgement when a charitable organization accepts contributions in the name of one of its activities. All you got to do, thank for your contribution of $450 to organization's name made in name of its special relief fund program. No goods or services were provided in exchange for your contribution. It's that easy. It's that easy for these churches to write a receipt being like, hey, we took this money, no goods or services were exchanged. Here's the contribution. Bam. Okay. We can track that. It's that simple. But how many churches are actually doing this by the book? None, probably. Get the charitable organization of concert taken with fair mark for. In this example, the donor's tax deduction may not exceed 6 because donor's payment per proxy the same charitable organization must fund a disclosure statement. Okay, that's fair. It's all written. It is. It's like a contract. It is. It is saying, hey, it really is, Thomas. And this, it's pretty cut and dry how they want to see it. It's like, okay, we just want to know where the money's coming and going. That's it. We're not asking you guys to fucking give us the money, but yeah, we would like to know because it prevents things like money laundering, trafficking, drug trafficking, the human trafficking trade. It prevents all that stuff. And good luck getting a hold of the IRS on the phone. I mean, you'll be there all day. Like, look, they even have other pages you could go to that teach you how to stay exempt and how to keep your tax exemption, because it seems to be a problem that most people just launder the money. So we're going to go more on some of these organizations, man. We got a lot of work to do. We have a lot of work to do. There's still work to be done on this, and we're going to keep going. And this was just the first video of many, hopefully. So we're going to talk about these churches that are pushing large amounts of money. Probably start from the top down on some of them. Say like the Kenneth Copelands, Duplanises, you know, Joel Osteen finding $600,000 in his wall. So God is greater than I know Matt should call in next. We should exploit Matt. Yeah. But no, man, y'all have a good night. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you guys, man. And hit that like, subscribe. And any questions, comments, concerns, man, y'all drop in the comment section below. And see you guys on the next live, man. Have a good evening.